All right, I'm live. Hello. So I'll wait around and see if anyone comes and say hello. Oh, there's a couple of people. There's two people on already. Well, I think there's one of those people is me. So, good evening. It is I, Brak the War Boss, here, and I'm going to be finishing off this little boy, Tomo the Goff. And I'm also drinking some tea as well. It's getting a bit cool. And for those pommies out there, because we're not pommies out there at the moment, but it's Yorkshire Gold. So I'll probably have to mention that when a few of the more poms come on. Angus, how are you? I hope you're well. And yep, only got one person on now. I don't know what's happening. Okay. All right. So yeah. Just the one. I'll talk. I hope you're well, Angus. What are you working on? You working on anything at the moment? Anything interesting happening? Nah. Well, whatever. If people are working on things tonight, if you're going to be or today, wherever the time is, wherever you happen to be, and you're doing some hobby, let me know what you're working on. That'd be great. Look, I'll probably get stuck straight into it. I don't think I've got any news I need to talk about at the moment. Oh, people come on, go back in. How odd. Hmm. Am I so ugly that when they come on to check out what's happening live, they then decide to go offline and go, oh my God, repulse, go to the toilet, throw up, that sort of thing? Is that what's happening here? Or is it just my ego just worrying about things I shouldn't do? Staring at the filled shelves of shame. Have a few Cromlech squig cans. Well, if you can do it, do it. If you can't, I try not to feel shame about unfinished projects. Hopefully I can get in and just do it. Hey, Voodoo Fairy, how are ya? Assembling some Cromlech orks. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. All right. Well, I am probably nothing for me to really talk about at the moment, I think. So let's get this camera focused on the. Just put that down here. You only got one camera at the moment, so it's just me. We'll just wait for that to focus right. And 3 battle wagons on sprue, knobs on sprue, non-GW things. Wow. I've got a lot of unpainted things or things that need to be repainted under the house, but they're sort of projects I'm not really. I've got ideas, which is what this little guy was. He was just a grey boy that I've had under the house with a whole lot of others. I think I've got about 40 of them, maybe even more. And I just thought, well, turn him into a Goff because of my Patreon, my new Patreon member, Tom. I asked him what boy he would like me to paint for him and give a name, and he said he'd like it in goth colours. And this is about as gothy as I get. Hey, Gigas, how's it going? Good morning. It's probably early for you, isn't it? Hey, Essex. Lots of people here. Now, how's that for focus? Is that okay? I got myself a black screen so that it would focus on here. Actually, it probably looks better when I do this. We're getting a bit better. How's that? Is that? Come on, you beaut camera. This is. I don't know if it's me or just my eyes are things that are out of focus. That's fine. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to assume it's fine because I'm looking at the screen, and because of my glasses, it's looking blurry. So I'm not the best judge of these things. All right. So what we were up to, what we did last week is that I made the black with the pants and the top or the shirt with a 50-50 mixture of Vallejo's and Negro black and Eshin grey, and the boots and some of the straps so far are Dark Reaper. The silver bits is grey Night Steel, and that's about it. And I've only done one coat of the Warboss green layer on the skin. So I would have got a little bit more of the straps to do. And then while I'm doing that, I have to think about where I'm going to put a little bit of red, because apparently Goffs have a little bit of red. So I'm thinking on so where I've covered this silver, I think a bit of red there, a bit of red on there, maybe a little bit of red on that part up there, and then on the little back, I'm thinking, if anyone thinks that's a silly idea, let me know. If you got any other better ideas, let me know. And then, yeah, so let's do the second layer of Warboss green first. Got an old sketchbook, which I've been using as sort of blot paper. It's all sort of stuff I've worked on before. It's all notes from a dodgy business I used to have, but that's another story. Need more coffee, yeah. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of. That's a little bit too thick. You're gonna see me. Yeah, I'm one of these horrible people that use my arms, and so you can't see that. I just so now we know what you're working on. What are people thinking of what day next week will we hear about orks, the Warhammer community doing their announcements? So I think it's a Monday night and a Thursday night, isn't it? They're focusing on Warhammer 40k stuff. I believe that to be. So which of the nights, or will it be both nights? Because it's all going to be ork, ork, ork. No, I don't think that's going to happen. So because I've got to work out which one I'm going to stay up for. Or maybe I should go to bed early and wake up at the appropriate time, because 6 p.m. London time or British summertime is 3 o'clock in the morning the next day for me. So, and I don't think I could last that long. No, no one has any. No one has any thoughts on that. No. I am still going live. I hope. Oh, not to dying. Hello, Darker Flacker Flame. So, which day? We don't know any day. I'm hoping it's the Monday, because that way it'll give me a whole lot of time to sort of work out on stuff. Because if it's going to be a whole sort of day to focus on this sort of on one faction, then there's going to be a lot of information, which will probably mean lots of different content for the week. Now, I'm just assuming that if there's going to be too much, I can just do a quick overall on the Monday, or the Tuesday, my turn. I'm trying. You just look at that, not look at me. I don't really want to see a fat man. You got my nice shirt. Look, this was a birthday present. It's exterminate all folks. So there's a Dalek. It was my daughter got it for me. Birthday, Christmas, it was something. Nice shirt. Don't do what I do and get paint on. No, I hope not to. Monday, yeah. I really hope it's Monday. GW might delay it. Well, they've done all the announcements, and I'm glad it gives me something to sort of talk about. Because for the last week I've just been staying up till around about 1 p.m. at the latest, just in case they drop some orky news. And for about a week and a half now, and it was starting to take toll on me. So I'm sort of, oh, good, they've given me some time to sort of talk at it. So I'm sort of hoping I get back into a little sleep. Yeah, look, at least they can tell us something. So if they show us some new models or give us some new ideas, and hopefully if they do a big showcase, it'll get us all excited again. Didn't do his hand. Why didn't I do his hand? See, this is my painting style. I just whack on things and forget to paint things, and then later go, that doesn't look right. And I wouldn't recommend it as a technique to take up if you're looking for a new technique. But maybe it's just something that I do and I don't know why. Can I blame my old age, my dotage, or is that getting old hat? And all right, I'll wait for that to dry, which is not going to be long. Let's get on to the rest of the straps. All right, this is crazy. I spent time this afternoon putting all the paints out that I would need and having a look, and I'm sure I had Dryad bark, and for some reason I've picked it up and put it somewhere else. They say that proper planning preparation prevents piss poor performance, but it hasn't worked in my case. All right, no, I'll do that. We don't do that. So this is for all the straps and the belts, and I'm gonna have to get some new paint. They're all sort of starting to dry up. Queensland humidity. It's a painter's paradise. That was sarcasm, in case you didn't know. And announcements on there. Hey, hobbyist, the sky is up. Yeah, look, uh, from a from the point of view as a content provider, any announcement's great because I can turn it into content and give it a little Brak spin on it. And too much paint on there. But so I don't mind. They tend to not when they make these announcements. They tend to they can be a bit obtuse, and they can also be a bit cryptic and not give us all the information, and we tend to, well, we collectively as a may sort of see more into it than what's actually been said, and then we just let our imaginations, our hopes, and our dreams run wild and misinterpret what's been said or get a bit confused. This is sort of done purposely. They want to try and keep a little bit of mystery going, don't they? Always important to sort of breathe in. I found that works if I'm trying to paint in funny positions, that just a breath in makes me concentrate a little bit better. I'm not quite sure why that is. I don't know if there's any science behind that or not. Strap there, strap, he's strapped. Oh, a little back strap on the back there. Oh, I don't think I mentioned. So I actually did this morning, went through and did a few little highlights, touch up on this. So I put some paint on the horns, and there was a little paint on down here that needed to be done. So I just thought I'd just touch that up, and there was a just so I could start without doing a whole lot of little fiddly bits. All right, well, that's all done. I've got most of that stuff. So I think what I need to do now, while I wait for that to dry, is just do the wash. Now, how I wash. We're gonna have a look at this. This guy's snipers take a breath before the shot. Oh, I actually heard this. Being cryptic is fine. Playing guess what I got from them is fine. Speaking from the point of view of the few retailers that they have gotten massively screwed on them by pre-orders. Yeah, yeah. Look, I did know a fellow who was actually selling GW stuff there back in the days when when they didn't need a brick and mortar shop, and he just said that the compliance they had to go through, and they wouldn't. They say you've got to order this and you've got to order that, and then when you did, they would hardly ever get it. But that was a while ago, and he was sort of sad but happy that when Games Workshop decided they weren't going to provide to people who just sold online, he was a bit sad at first, but I think he realised it was actually a lot better for him in the long run. But yeah, let's see, because the compliance was a big issue. while I'm waiting for that to do, I don't think I've showed you these. It's not very good job at the moment. I have been working on this for months and months because I'm not really just find it really hard to enjoy the process. Um, Now, can we see these? These are my war bike and hobs, or as I like to call them, war skidoos. That's the right turn. So it was a Devcopter that I just chopped the top off. It found some wheels, took some of the rockets off, found some gun bits from various places, and voila, skidoo. And for some reason, it's just been a pain to paint. It also didn't help that I actually tried basing it in white, prime in white, which I will never, ever, ever do again. It just shows up all your mistakes, and it just used to stress me out. So there's 4 here. There was a 5th, but I just never got around to doing it. And so I suppose here's your boss knob with the claw. And a little yellow shirt. So there, and here's another. This guy's got a big chopper. No, he's just got a chopper, not a big chopper. Little blue shirt. So I've just tried to change the clothing around and give him a bit more of a sort of a ragtag, less uniform look. As you probably know, a lot of people who know me know that I really don't go for a fully uniformed orc army. So, and these guys are meant to represent big choppers. Just something a little bit silly. These swords are from an old ogre kit. I had a lot of ogre bits left over, and yeah, so it just looks a bit comical. I could just imagine them just doing a bit more damage to themselves than that as well. Trying to, because I don't think riding a bike and I'm not quite sure riding a bike or a skidoo is. I thought my notifications off. Were conducive for. I've just completely lost my words. How odd. So yeah, so that's them. I've got to get some bases, and then voila, I might do a little showcase video about those, but might not actually because they're not. I don't like them, and I still see things that need touching up on them, and it's like just want to some days just throw them at a wall, and hope that wasn't anything important. Shouldn't be. No. I think I'll turn that notification off. That chat's always going off, that one. If we certain orc bosses out there, they know the ones I'm talking about. It's always chatting. I usually have to turn it off. I usually have to put it on mute at night time before I go to bed because all the Americans and the Brits in the chat have chats, and it goes off and makes a horrible noise. And my wife refers to it as a chicken. She thinks it sounds like a chicken squawking. I think she needs to clean her ears. But that's another story. It keeps you awake, doesn't it? It can be a pain. So, some good stuff goes on there. get some good ideas, and there's some nice hilarious moments. But that's what I was doing. I am washing, aren't I? All right, so normally with washers, I do the Beltan on the fleshy bits and Nuln oil on the non-fleshy bits. So, and I'll probably just give a little light one. Get into those recesses. Now, if anyone wants me to talk about anything tonight, have a suggestion. It sort of worked last week, didn't it? I think it worked last week. And for those people who were on, was it last night? No, the night before, and saw a live from me, and I don't know why you're watching. Saw me do my run through for the last video I did. I apologise for that. That must have been one of the most excruciating things to watch, because God, it was awful. Just me doing a take. I did not realize I don't even know how I did it. You know, I must have just, when I turned it on to record, I must have had the cursor over the stream button at the same time. So it was quite embarrassing. And if it wasn't for Poke telling me to turn off my notifications, then I was, which really confused the hell out of me, because I couldn't work out how did he know my notifications were going off. You know, he's not in the same room as me. And then it dawned on me. I went, oh, fuck. I said, far out, space nuts, or words to those effect. And did you do that? Yeah, I did all the bits need to be done. And now for the metal bits. It's magpie mating season, right? No, I wish it. We don't want to wish that on anyone just yet. It's getting a bit too cold for magpies to do that sort of stuff. Let's get some Null oil over the gun. And now for the chopper. Now, I see a lot of painting tutorials, and they always say to mop up the stuff where it pools. Now, I actually, depending on how much pools, I sort of quite like to leave it, because it Sort of has that little nice, makes it look a little bit grimy, especially around knives and bits like that. So you feel like maybe there's a few mud splashes and the like. And I really didn't think this. I should have bought another model up to paint, shouldn't I? Because that's got to dry for a little while. Oh no. Actually, that will be done quick smart, especially if I put it over here. Turn a light on. Actually, no, I'll just put that there. All right, what else have I? I've got nothing else I can show you at the moment. Although, speaking of the last video, the Gear Guts review, I hope we all saw that and had a look. Is there anything on there that you liked? I saw those. What were they? They were the gunners. They looked a bit like looters for the bruiser guard with the little funny little tin hats and their big guns and their little. And I thought I saw them so much. I like them so much. I had to go and break open the piggy bank and buy them. And I also got those little goblin guards as well. So there's one that's little unit. There's 11 of them. So they've all got the guns over their shoulder, like they're marching. And there's a little boss one there, a little boss one. So I broke into my savings and bought them, and hopefully they will turn up in a 4 to 6 weeks. Although I suspect that's 4 to 6 weeks too long. We all saw this. This is my love and joy. Oh yes, use people out there who are doing the Ork Discord, the speed war. You've got what 3 more sleeps to get your entries in. So do that, please. I think the last time I counted, it was at 11. So we need another 14 for the prize to kick in. And this is my entry, the Shock Jump Floatster, which I'm quite proud of. Quite like him. I think he's quite fun. I don't think it's the best of what I've seen so far, but it's also, I don't believe it's the worst. And just a little tacky. All right. Okay, let's just put this on me for the time being. Hope that wasn't too much shaky cam for you. While we're doing that. So, got to think of things to say, don't I? No. Let me sip my tea. My Yorkshire Gold is getting a bit cold. No beer this time. There are some very strong entries. Some really good stuff in there. That community group. There's some talent. There's some fantastic talent there. It's look, there's some really good stuff. No, I was going to tell you what were my favourites, but I don't think I will, because even though I don't have any influence on the judging, I just don't think that's right. But yeah, yep, still no new ones there. How far are you behind, Poke? Are you that far behind, or you just don't know if you're going to get it in on time? Because I haven't seen any updated work. It's been a hard month for a fair number of people for this challenge. Yeah, yeah. Look, I know I got it really quick. I was just turned speedway, and I thought, and well, to be perfectly honest, I saw what Colonel Corpse Grinder did with their last challenge, and said, I want to attempt to do something like that. And then I saw speedway and went, I can do that. Maybe I could do that. That'd be And so I did. I went off and I think I had it painted in a couple of days or something, and then it was just me getting up the energy and the effort to go and make myself a base. So that the base was just made out of chipboard. Um, Trying to think, what else can I show you? I can't tell any rude jokes because I don't know any rude jokes, and apparently I'm not funny. I just need to paint, but I'm not interested in it. Yeah, and my hobby time is limited. That's a bit. I'm sorry to hear that, Poke. That's mental health can be a big issue. I've having a little bit of burnout at the moment, but only because I've been trying to stay up late to catch these things, and it just. And last night, I was going to do some work on a video that I'm like 2 videos that I'm working on at the moment, and I just went, nah, no, I'm going to just sit and relax and maybe go to bed early. But then I realised that my daughter was out and she didn't have a key, so I had to stay up until she came home. And there's some roadworks happening, some major roadworks happening for the next couple of months. So she was stuck in traffic at 11 o'clock at night for an hour, which is I'm not quite sure what is like the traffic's like where you guys are, but taking an hour to get from where she was to where we are, which is only really at usually at midnight. It's about a 10-minute drive. Yeah, uh, there's. It's just it wouldn't have been fun. I think so many people are kind of inundated when it comes to full vehicles, even bikes. Next month we'll have to lower the bar to the challenge and just get the numbers up. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm only the computer's a bit further back than what it is, so this looks a bit odd. I love doing big stuff, maybe more wide open things work better, like squigs. Yeah, I've become a fan of doing vehicles at the moment. They're just sort of fun. But I think the most fun I had wasn't a vehicle. It was this guy. Sorry, I'm putting it over where the page was. He was just. I love doing this so much that I think I knocked him off. I did him over in about 2 or 3 days. A couple of painting sessions late at night. I think it was a couple of Discord hobby hangouts. And yeah, I was just sort of when I'd finished him, I was sad. It was like I had no more painting to do. Um, but yeah, there he is, Brazskull Mordaka. All right, and it's been curing quite well now. Look at that. He's dry. So we'll go back. And we can go and do that. If you want to do something small, if you want to do something big, you can. Yeah. When I'm fed up with painting, you switch to assembly or make a terrain set. I have been blocked out with a terrain. I did try to work on this, and I've still got a bit more work to do, and glue's coming off. I don't know what's happening here. So it's meant to be a little shack, which I'll work on a bit later. Oh, that's no good. I'm going to have to relook at that. I think the water's got into this. Hmm. How odd. But the glue's just come off. Must be crap glue. The Brak Mark III. Yeah, a bit like that. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. How are we for travelling for time? It's 1:45. And I think I will do the flash. Mm, that's not going to work. All right, well, the last bit of mute green that I had has decided it is just completely dried up, which is very sad. So I'm going to have to buy some more of that. So what do I do instead? Let's see if I can make it a bit lighter. So it's the War Boss green and a little bit of Flash Kit yellow, maybe a little bit more. Not too much. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, thinner brush for this one, I think. All right, now let's do some highlighting, some layering, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Brak, what's your favourite part of the hobby? Painting, building, or playing? Um, it's all to me. It's all the one thing. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I think playing when I first got in, playing is what grabbed me. I had a few games and thought, yeah, this was fun. Um, but I didn't didn't like the idea of playing with grey, so I had to paint. And then I suppose you've got to build to paint. You've got to build, and then you've got to paint, and then you can play. So even though the main focus of everything I do, well, basically up to since I started doing this YouTube channel, I was painting models that I were going to play with. That was the main motivation why I did things. And whereas but I think it's only been recently, and especially since I've started doing this channel, that I have actually painted things or built things that wouldn't see the game table. That been a new experience for me and quite an interesting experience. And now that I'm watching a lot of you guys and talking to people in the Discord and sort of so motivated to lift my game and to do things, I wouldn't even, there's no way I would have even contemplated coming out here and talking about painting on a YouTube channel. Yeah, I just never ever felt that confident about it. But I'm doing it now. And it's all fun and games. But I still, yeah, look, I still like to play. I haven't had many games except for the TTS games, which were kind of fun. It was great. But what I don't like is when you try and glue something, and then for some reason, I've got a faulty batch of glue. Because this little boy is shaking all over. Yeah, right. And this is a lot of my painting process is staring at the model, trying to work out what the hell am I going to do next. And I've stopped talking. I've got to stop doing that, don't I? Stop talking. No, that's not good at English, is it? Oh God, that's way too thick. It's way too thick. That's a little better. Let's get a little bit on the tooth. Actually, why is this lost his? Losing your tip there, buddy. And what I've noticed on a lot of GW pictures of orcs lately is they're giving their orcs black fingernails. Who paints their orcs with black fingernails? Anyone out there? I still use the old to make them bone coloured. I paint mine. Line bones still there. Jade fingernails is just weird. Yeah, it just I don't know. It just looks very weird. Almost as weird as the fact that this guy's coming loose. Super glue just ain't as super as it used to be. No, not having a good day with that. Let's just put a bit more on the bone and look at that. Okay. Now, what do we think about the red on these on these? We give a little bit of splash of red because it's not very gothic, but well, I have a little bit of red, but these just painting things subdued colours is just it's just not me. It's just not me at all. So yeah, bone. I think bone fingernails are better. Oh, just but it's obviously design style they're going for. I don't know why. Does anyone read the fluff? Read any of the stories? Do they talk about? Do they talk about what colour orcs' fingernails are? Or do they have grot manicurists that just sit there and they paint the fingernails of the orcs whatever way they wish because, it's all about grooming. Underdog painting. Hello, how are you? I hope you are well on this Monday, wherever you happen to be. No, it's not. What day is it? It's Tuesday? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, isn't it? God. I like the fact that I don't have a job, that I don't go and work in an office and wear ties anymore. But I tell you what, I never know what bloody day it is. And it's currently thundering outside, so it may not be here for the full stream. Ah, is do you typically get um thunderstorms in your spring? Is that a thing out there in Ontario? Hello. I'm going to wave and say good night to the wife because she's going to bed. Yeah. The wife. She who must be obeyed. April showers bring May flowers. Ah, how nice. It always irks when I refer to her as the wife. All right. So, enough splattering of red. Or can we not see the red? Come on. Do the thing you need to do. That's not working at all, is it? Hang on, the cat's clambering to get out. Better let the cat out. Our cat hates closed doors. So I don't know, and I do apologise. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Stop focusing on my hand. Focus on the. Oh, this is frustrating. And it's a nice camera too. Or are we actually seeing it? It's just my eyes. Oh yeah. So enough red. There's a bit of a splash of red, isn't there? What else? What else? We're still going to have to do the. Oh, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? You're going, what the hell are you talking about, Brak? What are you on about? I don't know. I very really know what's going on. All right. Bit of the Xeris purple for the lip. You know, I tried it as an experiment once, and it's putting some purple just on the bottom lip. Actually, I did it with the big Gear Guts Mark II, which I showed earlier, and I really liked it so much. I'm trying to do it on all the others, just a little bit harder with these. I think now, what is going on with his face? That's the I don't want Wazdacker red, do I? No. Sorry about that. Gone silent. I was thinking, which probably explains why my hands were going blue. As Scar would say, that goddamn autofocus is a pain. And I haven't worked out how to change it in the settings because just going to do a little dab of red around the eyes there. And that's as all I can do because my eyes aren't that good when it comes to that fine detail. So I don't know how people can actually paint proper eyes on these boys this small. I really don't know. And let's. All right. This is probably going to be suicide, but we'll try. On this gun, the gun, little logo on the gun, he's got a little grin. Do I put black and white, or red, or just black? What do you think? You let me. I'll leave it up to the masses. And while I'm thinking about that, let's see if I can stuff up some checkers. Yep, I'm doing a good job of stuffing up these checkers really well. Breathe in, Michael. Get it right. Get it right. I really got to go to the doctors and get the doctor's the optometrist and get my eyes looked at. I think it's time to up my prescription. It's either that or see if I can purchase one of those U-Butte painting magnifying glasses. I know John from Eox Minis uses them, and I've always wondered if they would work for me. I actually think that painting in front of you guys is actually making my painting a little bit better. I'm a bit more conscious about it. So, but you can all have a giggle and say, "Red makes the bullets faster." All right, well, I'll do that then. That's a good idea. Well, I'll wait for that to go. Put that away. Sip on some cold tea. Dalek, yes. I am a massive Doctor Who nerd. I have been, well, basically since I knew that Doctor Who was a thing. Apparently, when I was 8, I was watching Doctor Who on my birthday, and my mum and dad were trying to get me to stop watching TV and get outside and come outside because they wanted me outside for something. And I went, "No, I'm watching Doctor Who." And I said, "Come out now, come out now." And I go, "No, no." And my dad got the shits and came storming and turned off the TV and said, "Stop watching TV and get out into the yard now." And boy, he was angry, and I was, I was really pissed off. So I reluctantly went outside, and what was there was my first ever bicycle because it was a surprise from a present. So I'd ruined a perfectly good surprise, but I'd forgiven them. I think they'd forgiven me too. It was a long time ago, and yeah. So I missed that episode, but it's all right. The ABC had that's the Australian Broadcasting Commission. It's a bit like the BBC, but it's Australian, and we they repeat. They used to repeat Doctor Who all the time. Great times it was, especially when I was a kid growing up, especially teenage years, from 10 to about 15, they would have the goodies, and then they'd have Doctor Who on straight after the goodies, and then the news. It was just the best thing ever. All right, let's see if I can get these let's get these checks down. Now I know Essex, are you still there? I know you like to use a shanty bone for for your checks? Or is it another one of those strange colours? Whereas to make your white, whereas I like to use white, but I really should try and clean my brush first before I do that. Watch me stuff this one up. Do you know what? When I was that age, yeah, I actually thought they were. And then later, I think I was more of a Pertwee fan than Tom Baker. Like there was some Baker things that I quite liked, and I did like the Black Arty and White Garden series, which was written by Douglas Adams. I was really just loved the dapper approach of Pertwee a little bit more. But then it wasn't until I started watching them again a bit later then I realized that I really liked. Oops. I went over in that white, didn't I? That I really liked uh, the Davidson, Peter Davidson, Doctor Who. And then after he left, it sort of went a bit downhill. But then I stopped. I was about that. Wow, how old was I about that time that he came in? I was about 16, 17. So I sort of went off Doctor Who and started chasing girls. They seemed a little bit more interesting at that time. Um, and I didn't really see. I don't think I saw the Seventh Doctor at all when it was on. I think. Oh God, this is fiddly. I'm really going to have to go over with the black. With the black. So, if you want a technique on how not to do checkers, then this is probably the best way for not to do it. I just tried something a bit different. I thought I was trying to. This is the first time I've gone for smaller checkers. There usually, yeah, I do the. Where can I find it? And I don't have any to show you. Usually, it's just a straight down the middle. It's a two rows of checkers. So a bit like bit this guy is what I try to do. But no, I thought I'd go for a smaller thing. So I want to see if I can replicate it on the helmet. So I don't know if that works. So yeah, look, aren't that many doctors I don't take I like. Ultron Grey for white. Yeah, that's right. I knew it was one of those. For my checkers, I use a flat brush rather than a rounded one. Yeah, I never have much fun with flat brushes for some reason. But this one is actually starting to tether. I probably shouldn't have spent all that money on Gear Guts models. I should have spent on paint brushes instead. Oh well, we live and learn. Or do we? Yeah, been hold off on buying things, trying to stop the. Yeah, I'll do it that way. So I think I will watch me bugger up. It sort of did what I was hoping it to do, but just go over with the black again. Then I can square. Yeah, that's much nicer. So what was I talking about? Doctor Who, wasn't I? That's right. So and of the newer Doctors, I really enjoy them. I quite like them all. There were some that took me a while to warm up to. Um, but overall, I think they've been really good, especially for the progression of the storyline and the plot line. Um, and you're all going to hate me, and I did. Mm, I'm going to get back to that. I am probably starting to make mistakes. So, going to get another bit more red on this. Hmm. All right, fellas. I think. Well, I'm assuming everyone's a fella. That I hope I haven't misgendered anyone there, but I am starting to make mistakes, and this brush is starting to fray a lot. I'm going to have to. I'll have to clean it with this, won't I? And see if that lasts a bit better. I don't think I have any other better brushes. No, I've really got to go and get some more. They're all starting to start. Do you find that happens? I know that happens to me a lot. That when one brush starts to go, they all start to go. Um, for me, it's normally the companions I tend disliking. I've yet to dislike any of the actual Doctors. Um, yeah, look, sometimes I, there are some that took me. Some of the companions have taken me a bit longer to like. Um, I did instantly like Donna because I thought that would have been a really like Catherine Tate as an actress, and I thought she would have been really good, and she was. I'm a big Gemma Coleman fan. I think it was great to have someone who wasn't so overtly working class um, as a companion for a while because they were all, they're fairly different, similar, but they also had that sort of. Well, there you go. Um, yeah, so it was working. Yeah, so it was just a little bit different, but yeah, I do like her as an actress as well, and also to be perfectly honest, definitely the type of lady who I used to be attracted to when I was younger and skinnier and prettier and could had the ability to pick up women. So, oh, look, I am starting to make mistakes, so I think I am going to call it there. Um, it's been a reasonably late, not a longish day. Been doing stuff, so I think it's there. I'm going to put it aside, and we can work on that monstrosity. So it was almost getting there. So the effect. I'll take photos. That's not working at all, is it? So we were getting that. Checkers was coming on a bit. I just needs a little bit of touch up, but yeah, I was getting a bit heavy handed there at the end. So we will stop there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It's been it's been a semi blast. It was loads of fun. I will finish this one off, and I've got to work out what else. I might even bring some more of these guys up to paint for Sunday session, which is hang on, I'm just trying to place. Sorry about that. I got confused. So yeah, so Sunday 9 a.m. So my Sunday, so Saturday night, and do the Sunday brunch session. So so yeah, and I'll probably finish that up, and I'll probably bring some more guys. I think I've got 10 more, and start painting them up in the goth colours as well. So that way, at least I've got a squad of goth boys. I think I will do that. Yeah, so I'll get the notifications out. Now I'm just setting this here. What I will do when I say my goodbyes fully, that's where I'm heading. I'm heading over to the Breakfast Club. So that's my Discord. I'll be on there. So if anyone wants a little bit of a chat while I wind down. So come and have a look. I why did I close my link tree? Oh, I was going to have a link tree to all that stuff. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I am going to take off, and I'll be going in over to Discord. So if you want to keep the conversation up there, you're quite welcome to join me. That should get you there. I'll see you later. And remember, if you're going crumping, you got to bash early and bash often.